Welcome to Fablasana. Storytime. L'Afrique de Zigomar de Philippe Corentin, translated into English. Zigomar's Africa.
Hey Mom, why is Jeanette going to Africa and we're not? Because your friend is a swallow, and swallows eat insects, and during the winter there are only insects in Africa, says the mouse mom. If to go to Africa, all I have to do is eat insects, then I'm happy to eat some, says Pipioli the mouse. Don't be silly, we are not insectivores. We eat grains. We are granivorous. Nothing to go to Africa. It's not there. I want to go to Africa, says Pipioli. Pipioli's sad. He helps his friend Jeanette packing. She's leaving for Africa the next day. What if you take me with you on your back? Suggests Pipioli. Would you mind? Let's try, answers Jeanette. But Jeanette is too small and Pipioli too heavy. You will need a migrating bird, much bigger, like the cuckoo, advised Jeanette. But you wouldn't see anything because he only travels at night. That would be a shame. There are geese, but they fly so high you would freeze before you arrive. There are storks. They are big. They are comfortable, but Pipioli doesn't wait for Jeanette to finish her sentence. He rushes to the storks. Storks are friendly, smiley birds. Well, that's the impression Pipioli got. Hello, he says shyly, impressed by the size of their beaks. I would like you to take me to Africa. Pipioli interrupts himself, seeing what is on the dinner table. Mouse eaters! He yells, and only has time to jump out of the nest. Pipioli got lucky. He falls onto his old friend, the blackbird Zigomar. You, who knows everything, do you know Africa? Asked Pipioli with an idea in the back of his mind. What? Me? Obviously? Have you ever been? Asked Pipioli, already seeing his dream coming true. Me? No. Why would I have been to Africa? But you would know how to go, implores Pipioli. Listen, kiddo, where a swallow can go, Zigomar can go too, answers the blackbird with confidence. The very next day they decided to leave. Be careful not to sunburn, says the mouse's mum. Zigomar, his passenger on his back, is building momentum to fly. Hip, hip, wait for me, yells the frog. I heard your conversation last night. Africa, the elephants, the monkeys and everything. It must be fun. Can I live with you? Takeoff was difficult, but the three friends are now on their way. So, Zigomar, do you know the way? Says Pipioli, worried. Don't worry, Zigomar is well informed, says the blackbird, to reassure him. It's easy. To know where the south is, you look where the sun rises, you go straight, and at the first elephant, it's Africa. And how do you recognize an elephant? Worries the frog. From its tusks. Zigomar recognizes an elephant from its tusks, answers Zigomar, sure of himself. And how do you recognize an elephant? Worries the frog. By his tusks, lady. Zigomar can recognize an elephant by his tusk, answers Zigomar, very sure of himself. Didn't we just see geese flying the opposite direction? Asked Pipioli. Yes, so, says Zigomar. But aren't geese going to Africa? Says the frog, surprised. Yes, but geese are stupid. They must have forgotten something, so they went back home. laughs Zigomar. Here, the sea. Africa is close now. Africa! Africa! The two passengers are suddenly awakened by Zigomar's screams. Here, an elephant, says Zigomar. Look at his tusks. Are you sure it's an elephant? Says the frog. I didn't picture it like this. Me neither, says the mouth. Look, monkeys, says Zigomar. They are so funny. I didn't picture it like this, says Pipioli, disappointed. Me neither, says the frog. Plus, we are really unlucky. It's snowing.
Careful! Yelled Zigomar. Crocodiles! The three friends flew away just in time. I didn't picture it like this, says Pipioli one more time. What does that mean? I didn't picture it like this. You are never happy, says Zigomar angry. Keep doubting me, and you will have to walk home, threatened Zigomar. Look, look! A native African in front of his hut, says Zigomar, staggered. Here, a hippopotamus! I really didn't picture it like this, says Pipioli. Me neither, says the frog. Are you sure you didn't go the wrong direction? That's enough, says Zigomar. I warned you. I land and you will have to walk home. Zigomar, furious, lands and drops the two cheeky passengers. Admit that your Africa is bizarre, says Pipioli to defend himself. Zigomar doesn't have time to replicate when he yells, A lion! Run! But the ice weighted down his wings and he can't take off. Push! Push! Says Zigomar, unsteady on the ice. Faster! Faster! The three adventurers finally take off. The wild animals' claws almost touch them. They got too scared. They got too cold. They decide to go home. So, how was Africa? Asks the mouse's mom, seeing the three friends back. Yes, not bad, answers Pipioli. Yes, wonderful, adds the frog. But it was so cold, it was almost like being in the North Pole. The end. You can now try to do the yoga version. Namaste.